So did you ladies look up, do you know what is actually autogenic training? The concept is really old. The first doctor that came up with it, I believe he was a psychiatrist in Germany. If I remembered correctly, his name was Schultz. So you can look up later. It's a long history. There is a whole university or institute that studied this subject. They have history of, I think, almost 80 years now. It's that old. It's that old. Originally, what they called it, I think, healing or the power from within. You programming yourself, just like with meditation or hypnosis. The whole process is very simple and very universal, applicable in any area of our life, can be applied to solving any issue, health, focus, discipline, weight, finances, doesn't matter. And what you do, you simply repeat the phrases over and over. There is no induction included. There is nothing special included. Just you simply, with a calm voice, repeat the same phrases over, over and over. Well, kind of like affirmations. But here, I think the main difference when you say affirmations, you're affirming. You're supposed to speak it firmly with conviction. In autogenic training, it's more the sending soft, gentle messages. In Russia too, we have programs like this. You go to clinic and they teach you how to do it. You work with instructor, then you use recordings, and then you do on your own. And experiments showed, although if you do it silently in your mind, it's helpful too, but not as helpful as it is when the person speak it themselves. Even when you have a therapist speaking those things out, it's not nearly as effective as the person uses their own voice. And obviously, consistency is a key, complete presence and focus is a key. And they measured what's happening with the brain activity first. Well, alpha state is actually very easy to achieve. So, first they go into alpha state, but then they are able to enter the theta waves without formal session of hypnotherapy on their own, just by repeating those phrases. Phrases are as simple as they can be. I feel good. My body relaxes. My heartbeat is calm and even, just like we do in our progressive relaxation. This is a beginner's protocol for Autogenic trainer. You lie down. Well, they suggest lying down. It works better if the body is motionless completely, because that activates different activities in the brain when your body is motionless for a few minutes. So that's helpful too. So complete presence, withdrawing all focus inside and just paying attention to the sensations in the body. And the very first protocol is to do kind of like we do progressive muscle relaxation. Doesn't matter whether you're starting from the head going down to the feet or the opposite. So the series of statements that are repeated few times each. No emotion. You don't have to be loud or firm. You're just sending out those gentle, consistent messages. My feet are warm, relaxed, comfortable. My ankles are very relaxed. And then you focus on what you're actually working on. My blood pressure is steady, perfect, it doesn't go too high or too low, or my vision is improving minute by minute, whatever you're working on. Different sentences, but you're focusing on one theme. So my understanding is, because we are the antenna, our consciousness is antenna, and we're always broadcasting something. Here we're broadcasting it intentionally. That's why, actually, in this case, speaking softly without emotion or firmness can be effective, because you continuously sending those gentle messages through the body, and the body listens to it. And if you are not emotional or loud or firm, you don't meet that resistance. I think that's where the effectiveness comes from. And imagine you're broadcasting those messages over and over for maybe starting with 5 minutes, then 10, then 15 minutes, but every day, constantly, like a radio antenna, sending out those vibrations. I'm feeling better and better and better. I'm becoming younger and younger and younger. I'm becoming more financially secure. But again, starting with actually physical health is working, I think, better, because then you can feel the difference and see in some cases. So if you're going to create a program like this for your clients, regardless of what would be the topic, what issue, I think the very first protocol should be addressing the physical state, physical health. Then you convince them, because they can feel and see the difference. So if you're going to create a program to sell like this, first of all, write a short guide, like 3 pages, explaining why it works. You can Google the history of it if you want to add that. And just write the list of those statements. At the very beginning, you don't even have to think about it. Start with progressive muscle relaxation, but not using our hypnotic language, just plain statements that regular person can understand and say. So you just write those statements, and then you can record quick video introduction saying the same thing you're gonna write in a guide. It will be like maybe 5-10 minutes, and then record a session, the same statements. Here's the whole programs ready for you. And then from there, you can expand into different topics. So that would be a base. But then you can add to that base already different protocols for weight, for headache, for joints, for sleep. And that can be created in a couple of hours. In a week, if you devote to it a couple of hours every day of the week, you'll have a whole library of it. And you can price them pretty low, therefore they'll be selling quickly. Passive income for you. I don't know if you want to lie down. Do you want to lie down? It works better, really. Flat on the back, uncrossed feet, hands. You want to be in the position in which you won't have to move for a while. You want to be that comfortable. And now just bring your focus inwards, and with your inner eye, start to glide gently through your body. We'll start with the feet. That is our usual way. And simply just repeat those statements. Well, you are muted, so you can actually speak them out loud. So again, softly. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to be firm. You're not commanding. You're just sending gentle messages. I am calm. I am peaceful. I am comfortable. And you always want to pay attention to what's happening to the body. You want to be fully present. We'll start with our feet. Bring your focus to the toes. My toes are warm, comfortable. They're completely relaxed. My feet are warm, comfortable, relaxed. My ankles are comfortable and relaxed. There is a pleasant wave of warmth spreading through the feet and ankles. My calves are relaxed. Muscles are soft. My knees are relaxed, warm, comfortable. All the tension is dissipating. Moving attention to the calves now. My calves are completely relaxed. All the muscles are relaxed, soft, comfortable, feeling warm. Moving attention to the hips. Hips are unlocked, completely relaxed, soft, comfortable, feeling the wave of warmth spreading. Moving attention through the torso, stomach, chest, back. All those muscles are relaxed, soft, comfortable, feeling warmth. Now gliding your attention through the arms and hands. Arms and hands are completely relaxed. Muscles are soft, feeling the warmth spreading. Now moving your attention to the neck. My neck is very relaxed, very comfortable. Now bringing attention to the face and head. All the muscles are relaxed, comfortable. And my whole body is feeling very relaxed, feeling light, very light, very comfortable. I am feeling peaceful, calm. I'm becoming more tranquil, very calm, peaceful. And now bring your focus, and you can choose, you can experiment, broadcast from your mind, or you can move your focus into your chest and broadcast from your heart. And now steady, softly, calmly, just send the messages you want to communicate to your body. I am feeling calm, comfortable. The tension is dissipating. Feeling so very relaxed. Feeling light. My body is relaxing deeper and deeper. My body is healing itself. My heart is rejuvenating itself. My heart is beating steady, evenly, the way it's supposed to. My stomach is rejuvenating itself, releasing all the toxins, rebuilding all the cells, repairing the lining, functioning perfectly. And now my liver is releasing all the toxins, repairing itself, rebuilding itself, rejuvenating itself, functioning the way it's supposed to. All my organs are right now repairing, rebuilding, rejuvenating. All my blood vessels are elastic, strong, healthy, clean. They are repairing themselves at the speed that is appropriate. My muscles are strong and flexible. All my body is functioning perfectly. My body is actually becoming younger and younger each and every day. As I allow my body to relax, it can rejuvenate faster and faster. It can repair itself. It can heal itself. Just like now, when I am so peaceful, calm, and relaxed, the body starts to heal and harmonize all the processes. I am completely relaxed, calm, peaceful. My heart is content, filled with tranquility. I am enjoying every moment of this relaxation because I know it's so good for me. When I relax that deeply, my body can repair itself and rejuvenate, and I become younger and younger and younger. My body is young, strong, resilient, flexible. My mind is clear, free of any confusion. All my thoughts are orderly. It's easy for me to focus on what's important and let go of what doesn't matter. My body is efficient, so is my mind. Very efficient. My body is relaxed. I am experiencing tranquility. I am enjoying this peace and quiet. I am feeling better and better. I feel that my body is becoming stronger, younger, more resilient. Feeling peaceful, serene, enjoying this quietness. And here's the important thing to remember that even though in real time you may at first not experience much of response, your still sending out those messages with your intention. The response may come later. Just like when we eat, our brain gets the signal only in 20 minutes after we start to eat. The same here, it may take a while. Whatever you're sending out, you may still experience after your relaxation session. Well, I think maybe we'll be done with this for now. It's so simple. It seems that why would you even bother? But it's so effective. Clients actually love it when I teach them that because they can do this, they understand that. Especially if you'll record something to begin with, it's easy for them. You don't have to be a whiz with your hypnotic language patterns. You just make very simple statements. It just
Oh, no.
consistency is important.
I was going to say it was relaxing, which everybody, appreciates and enjoys. And then you could actually physically feel like warming up in areas of the relaxation. So, yeah. And that's something, like you said, you could even just use the session you did with them and they can go back and then you're almost like subconsciously engraving those messages, if you're repeating, listening to it over and over.
Mm-hmm.
And then too, I guess you add the taking your healing in your own hands too, as a client, they can look at it that way.
We're also very different. For some people, those loud, firm affirmations may work, but I actually don't know a lot of people for whom it works. For some, meditation works, and for some, not.
So this is actually taught by the VA also to veterans.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so your title threw me off a little bit because there's a misspelling in it. There's not supposed to be an H.
I thought about it this morning when I saw my
Yeah.
own message. Like,
So I
why
was
did I
like,
write
oh.
that? Like,
Yeah, so I was like, is
how
this
did I even
mineral?
come up with this?
Yeah, and so fun facts, growing up in Germany, this is actually taught starting in preschool. Yeah, and even when I moved to the United States, there was, it was like 6th or 7th grade. I think it was 7th grade in the United States. They were also doing it there to our classes. They would take like every couple of months, they would do something like a big exercise where the whole school, everybody would lay down and they would walk them like, fill your feet. Now let your feet become heavy. Super easy. And it's something I actually practice, I want to say like 3 times a day. Like I do it once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and then usually as I'm going to bed.
Well, it's very similar, like to stuff I learned in my hypnotherapy school, like practices to use. And I remember the teacher talking about like EMTs, nurses, doctors will use something similar to help people not physically feel the pain, after like a traumatic accident or injury, to not pay attention to the bleeding going on, to not pay attention. So it's interesting what she shared too, that, that she learned this in Germany as a child, and that the VA is using it. And like you said, it's a very simple technique practice, but how it's spreading in all these different areas.
You know how sometimes some clients will say, I cannot visualize. Or anytime you say something, remotely metaphysical, they shut down. And here it's very simple. You don't need to visualize anything. You know where your feet, what's it look like? What does it look like when your muscles are relaxing? You know what it's like to feel if you're warm? It's easy to imagine. There is nothing extraordinary. It's very, very accessible.
When I Googled it yesterday to see what it was, it kept it very simple, but it suggested basically that you repeat it 6 times and then you would like, so for example, you mentioned like my legs are very comfortable, like my feet are comfortable, they're relaxed, they're soft. You would do that the 6 times and then say, and I am calm. And then you would go on to the next part. So just something to add to kind of play with.
Yeah. When I explain it, I do explain it like imagine that you're just broadcasting the message. You don't know which part will pick it up, when it will happen. You just sending it out, send it out. Because if they never experienced any hypnosis or meditation, they might not feel anything. They might not be aware. And I say it doesn't mean that nothing is happening, but maybe your body still need to interpret it. Just keep sending day 2, 3. Yeah. And sometimes I even had a client writing back like in 2 weeks later. He wrote, my body got the message and I already forgot. Like, what do you mean? She said, I was sending the telegram every day. Now I feel it. There is no pressure. You're not telling the client they must experience that, and they don't feel that they failed, that something's wrong with them or they doing it wrong. All you do is just send this continuously message, softly, gently. Yeah, and then once you went through the protocol working on the body, you proved it to yourself that it's actually working. Then you can pick another topic for a month or so.
I liked it, because I'm working on like my adrenal and my nervous system, and stress response, like to be calm. So I do make statements throughout the day, when I feel the anxiety or panic, like we are safe, we are calm, and doing that practice, I really felt like my body softening and, again, almost this like compassion and not in this like tense state, so yeah, I can personally see how that's very easy technique. In multiple areas, how you could help people.
Yeah. When you create your products, it's just another tool. Not everyone interested in meditating. There are still some people that believe hypnosis is work of evil, or they just don't understand. They're not sure whether it's gonna work on them. Give a little video sample. This is how it's gonna be. That's easy. Not scary. Being hypnotized is not crucial, but again, brain activity has been measured and they're, quickly entering alpha state, but they also entering theta waves, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. Just being in that state is healing. And then this is a practice of withdrawing, taking time for yourself, withdrawing attention. You're focusing on your body, and that is too gives your brain a break